Hello, my friends from King's Dominion. That's right, we are back, and right behind me you can see why I'm here. This is credit number 284 for me, and then just across the way there is the newly renovated Avalanche, now being called Reptilian, which will be 285. I'm super excited. I invite you to come along. Let's go check out some new coasters here at King's Dominion. Holy smokes, I did not know what to expect with Tumbili because it's, I think, either slightly smaller or a slightly different model than the one, the Joker at Six Flags Great Adventure, my home park. We spun like the entire time. There was like 4 really intense ones. One like right from the get-go. So like I was facing this way, if you're looking at the coaster this way. So I was facing out on the lift hill. Nice view, real nice view. But then all of a sudden we went backwards and we spun. And it was way more intense than it has any business being. I don't know. I'm almost afraid to give it a thumbs up because maybe that was just a unique experience. And shout out to all the nice folks that I made friends with in the line. It does move a little bit slower, so highly recommend getting on this as early as you can. Get here when the park opens. And now, next up, we're going to turn this. We have to go head on to Reptilian, aka formerly Avalanche. My first bobsled coaster. Backstory real quick while I have your attention. Last summer, I went to 3 different parks that had 3 different bobsled coasters. None of them were opened, Avalanche being one of them. Then there's the one over at Great Escape and Flying Turns at Knoebels. Hopefully we can make up for that this year, starting with this one here, Reptilian. Well, the line is looking like something else. It's almost at the end of the queue, but at least it's shaded, which Tumbili's was not. And there's a track. I'm excited for this. This looks pretty cool. That was my very first bobsled coaster. It was a trip to not see any like real track in front of me. It almost made me a little nervous until I learned to trust it. But it also, I needed to trust those restraints. It's just like a dinky little lap bar in there. Unique trains. I'm gonna put the train here right now as it's dispatching. It can accommodate 2 people as long as you have like somebody smaller in front of you or something. The ride experience was pretty cool. It's just a lot of banking to the left and to the right. Overall though, glad I can finally say I did it. I don't know if I'm in any rush to get back on it. It does have like pretty slow dispatch times just because of the capacity of each train. It was a lot of fun. It's just a very novel experience. I hope they keep something like this around because I believe the 3 that I mentioned of those bobsled style coasters, they're all slightly different. I don't think any of them look like this. I'm trying to see if I can get even some B-roll as I'm looking around in the middle of this. But anyway, other thing I forgot to mention about Tumbili, it only has 2 trains going, which is kind of weird. I think it's a smaller version of the one that I've seen Joker at Great Adventure, so that's a thing. And there's only 2 trains here. Also, shouts out to the theming and the ride operator here who's doing great. And we're back, and I do not know how to follow up getting 2 new credits going on my very first bobsled coaster, but I think I'm going to introduce some friends here instead.
What's up?
So this is, how do you actually say your name? He said he's Batter, but what is it?
Batter.
Okay, I love that. And then we have Sydney here, who I met on Instagram. This is the weirdest thing. Usually it's only a Disney thing, but I will put her Instagram handle in the comments here. And she's a local. He's never been here. His first coaster is going to be what my 200th coaster was, Twisted Timbers. I'm excited. I want to see what his reaction is to this ride. All right, so you just got off of the Twisted Timbers here, your first time on it. Thoughts, feelings?
Regrets? No regrets whatsoever. I literally, halfway through, I was telling you guys, I started turning into Mario whenever he dies. Because as we were doing the little thing, I was like, it's so bad. I was nervous as hell, but after we were done, I was like, I want to go again. Low key.
And you hadn't gone on the back, Sydney, right?
Yeah, no, I literally was just saying it felt like a whole different experience. It was at the second drop, I was coming up out of my seat, I was looking for something to grab. It was way more fun in the back, so definitely noted for next time.
So now, as a follow-up to Twisted Timbers, we're heading on over towards Grizzly, which It's nice and in the shade because, it is surprisingly hot today for the end of April. So we've just made it here to Grizzly. If you guys remember my confusion last year, I did not even know where the entrance was. Walking through that gift shop threw me off. But here we are. This should be a fun little ride. It's going to be bumpy, though. I know it.
I am just a frog.
Selling himself short. He's more than a frog. He's a talented frog.
He's a very talented frog. I can't play that.
While smoking a cigar.
While smoking a cigar. I wonder if he can play any Coldplay.
I don't think he takes requests.
Well, this is one of those songs that you hear now and then. You don't know just where and
Sydney, what's happening?
I don't know. I never know.
songs that are over and then. It's one of those songs.
I told you it was going to get better.
The mustache twirling just threw me for a loop.
They come into fashion and go out of style.
So I forgot to talk about Grizzly because we were like, oh, the mushrooms are happening soon, but now here we are. And I noticed the line for Backlot Stunt Coaster, Italian job, it's kind of short-ish. So since we have King's Dominion newbie here, we should go investigate Q. Anyway, Grizzly, I'm already forgetting again. It was running so fast because it's like about 85 degrees today or so, and like the track itself, you know, wood is just susceptible to kind of the way it is to the elements. It was running, hauling. I mean, I have never, like, I didn't even have any sort of impression of it from my ride last year, and now this time it was running so fast. There were actual laterals. I was like squishing into the person next to me. It was crazy. So unfortunately there was a mishap somewhere in the Backlot Stunt Coaster on the station, so now we find ourselves waiting here for Anaconda, which I don't know about you guys, but I feel like this is not going to be around for that much longer, maybe another year or two, as they kind of retheme all this jungle area. But let me know what you think. So what are you anticipating here now that you've taken a good look at Anaconda?
So I see that the water is muddy, and it's going to get even muddier after I end up throwing up from all the twists and turns. But I'm expecting to have a good time.
After you throw up or before you do?
During.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
like a little cleanse so I can go out and eat some more.
Live reaction here?
I'm
Post-ride
pretty sure
reaction.
My chiropractor's going to have a really good time. The way that my neck was just like yanking to the side. But apart from the bodily injuries, I really liked it. It was really good.
Did you hear the little girl cursing her face off behind us?
That was me.
They really threw me off. No, there was a little girl.
There was.
Cursing her face off, and it was hilarious. You really have to ride that defensively. Holy smokes.
Oh, yeah.
I got slammed in the neck by the restraints a few times, and there was just like a really slow like roll through that corkscrew at the end that I was just really confused. I was floating upside down out of my seat and like just confused. It's a brutal ride though. Oh man. I wonder what they're going to do with it. But next up is finally the Intimidator i305 is coming up, and I'm excited to see how Batter does with this one.
Yeah, I'm excited too. Let's see.
We've already warned him that there's a strong possibility he will gray out or possibly black out, so I don't know.
At the end of the ride, I'm just going to be like, who are you people? I don't know who you are. How did I get here? Please help me.
It is insane. I'm going to try to zoom in with this camera here. I don't know if you guys can make out. It is basically like a 1 or 2 train wait right now. That's insane. I've never seen it. It's the middle of the day. Holy smokes. And this is just the weekend after Easter that we're here. Oh, man. I'm excited. We might do this a few times, hopefully, as long as everybody's feeling up for it. So we've managed to get onto Intimidator twice. I only grayed out a little. It's just like a little fuzziness coming in from the sides. However, Batter, how you doing?
I'm actually really good. So we rode it 2 times. The first time, when you come down from over there, you don't see anything. You really don't see anything. All you see is like TV static. So that was new for me. I've never grayed out or blacked out. And second time, I could see like a tiny little bit.
Yeah, like a pinhole.
But it was awesome. Like, it was amazing. I really, really loved it.
So we
talked about
rode the back, kind of near the back first, just to kind of feel the airtime on the drops. And I didn't black out as much that time. But the second time we rode the front, and that time I was completely blacked out. Like, that whole second hill, I didn't even feel that we were going up, so I actually screamed coming down. Like, that was crazy. It was a lot of fun. Front and back, 2 completely different experiences.
I think that is going to do it for my day here. Up to 285 Tumbili Reptilian. Shouts to Charles on PC who found me over here by the lockers and came to say hi. Thanks so much for doing that. and for meeting my new friends here, Sydney and Batter. It's been an awesome day here, and I hope you enjoyed. So thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time, and I hope you make your own adventure. Bye.